Welcome back, everyone. Today is day 3, and we are going to start with the loop. Last day, we have discussed about the control statement. And in the control statement, we have understood that how the functions are working based on some certain condition. So today, we are going to start with the loop, where we are going to learn that what is loop and what are the different types of the loop and how to work with the loop and how to play with the loop. So you are going to enjoy the session today. Let's start without wasting any time and let's start with the loop today. Now, if I will ask you what is loop, the answer will come that loop in Python, you can see that it's written that loop in Python are powerful constructs that allows you to repeatedly execute a block of code. That means the block of code will be executed repeatedly. If I will give you a real example, real daily life example, so I can say that you are every day you are going to the office and coming back to the home. You are going to the office again coming back to the home. Every day you are repeating the same walk, and at Saturday you are taking rest in your home, or in Sunday you are taking rest in your home. So what is happening here? Your job, wherever you are going to that particular place in 5 days of the week or 6 days of the week, and finally you are coming back to your home on Saturday, or you are staying in the home on Sunday. So what is the condition here? Condition is until and unless you are in the weekdays, you will continue, and when you are means in the weekends, you will stay in the home. So this is the condition. So here we can see that the Sunday or Saturday is the breaking condition by which the control will come out from the loop. So we will discuss it in details. So let me continue with the next slide. But first, we are going to understand that what are the basic syntax of the loop. So you can see that first we will come to the for loop. There are two types of loop in Python. One is for loop, another one is while loop. So at first we are going to start with the for loop, and how for loop will be working. For loop can work with different kind of list as well, different kind of string as well, and range of numbers. So what is string, what is string already I have explained, but list I have not explained till now. List we will learn later on, and also the syntax we are going to learn. And let me show you one of the loop which the program I have already prepared. I'm just showing you, and also I will explore it little bit more. So this is the simple for loop, you can see, where the syntax is at first you have to write for, and remember for is a keyword. So for keyword will always be in small letter. So for I in range 5. Now what is I? I is here a variable, normal variable. It can be anything starting from A to Z. It can be any word also, doesn't matter. I have written here I, and in range, range is what? Range is a function which is going to run the loop from based on some certain condition. So in this case, you can see that I have written for I in range 5, and I am going to print the value of I. In this case, what is going to be printed? The value will be printed from 0 to 5. Let me show you. I'll run this one, and you will see that. Just a minute. Let me drag this thing little bit. Okay. So just a second. Okay. So now I am going to run this loop. You will see it is getting connected. I have already said that why I am using the Google Colab, because it's easy to carry the program. I don't have to carry it in the pen drive or something else. So it will be connected. It's showing green now, means it is connected. Now you can see that it is going to show me the output. You can see that the loop is running from 0 to 4. I have written here 5. That means we have to remember that loop is excluding the last range. it will be starting, if I am not mentioning the starting range, it will be starting from 0 and it will go up to the certain range. So here if I will mention the starting range, suppose I have mentioned here 1 and I have put it here comma. This means the loop will be starting from 1 and it will go up to 5. So let me run the loop once again. You will see that the loop will run up to 4, means up to 5, means 5 it will exclude. So we have to remember, when we are using a loop, always the last value will be excluded. It will not touch the last value and it will start from a certain range to a certain range. So here we have I have printed here from 1 to 5. Now let me show you that if I will not mention, I will mention here another thing, that is 1. Let me show you what is happening. You can see that it's also showing the same thing, 1 2 3 4. And if I will just change this 1 to 2 and I will run this one, you will see that it is showing only 1 and 3. Now what is happening here? Here you can see that the loop is going to start from 1 and it is going up to the last range, but it is increasing the value by 2. Why it is increasing the value by 2? Because the syntax of the loop, for loop, says that the first element of the loop is going to be the starting range. The last element of the loop is going to be the second element of the loop is going to be the ending range, and the last one is the increasing increment or decrement value. So if I will write here 3, so value will be increased accordingly. In this case, what is happening? At first 1 is being printed, then it will increase the value by 2, so 3 will be printed. Then again it will increase the value by 2, so it will become 5. 5 it will not take, because the last value it will not take. That's why it will come out from the loop. This is happening in this case. So I will also show you another thing, that suppose I have given here, I have not given here 5. That means loop will understand, if I will not mention anything, only one value if I will provide, then loop will think that I have given the last range, because last limit I have to mention to the loop. If I will not mention the last limit, then loop will be coming under infinite loop. In this case, this infinite loop concept is not coming. It will be stopped immediately. So if I am mentioning here 5, and if I will run, you will see that it is starting from 0 and the loop is going on. You can also start the loop from 0 and you can go up to 5. If you want to print 5 also, you will write here 6. That means n plus 1. So remember, n plus 1. Now you can take the value of this last range from the user as well. How you will take? Let me show you. I'm just taking another variable here. I'm taking here a and writing a equal to int input, enter the number, int input, then under double quotation enter the range. So the value is going to come in a, user will give the value, and I'm just replacing the 6 by a, and now you can see that if I will run, it is asking for the range. I'm giving a 5 or I'm giving a 6. So you will see that the value is coming from 0 to 5. You can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is printed. Now suppose you are asking that here user has given 6, that's why it is coming up to 5. Now if you are thinking that no sir, I will take the last value also, so you have to write here plus 1. I hope you have understood. This plus 1 means whatever value I will take here. Suppose I have taken here 6, so the range will go up to 7. So it will ultimately go up to 6, because 7 it will exclude. This is how the for loop, simple for loop is working. And in this case also, like the if else statement, we have to remember that here we will give the colon, because if I will not give the colon, then what is going to happen? If I will not give the colon, then the control will think that this print is outside of the loop. And if I will run this one right now, it is going to show me the error message, because I have to I have taken the loop for doing some work, but I have not mentioned that work. So how to mention that work? I have to give the colon. Once I'm giving the colon, automatically it will take the indent, and this indent is mentioned by this indent it is taking to show that this print I is coming under the for loop. Now here I am giving the value of 10 and I am pressing enter. You will see that the value is going to be printed from 0 to 10. This is how the loop is working. This is how simple the for loop is working. So let me now come back again to the that is your PPT. Here you can see that the basic syntax we have understood. What is the basic syntax of the for loop? At first we will write for. I'm showing you. At first you will write for, then the variable. One of the variable we have to mention, can be anything based on your choice. Then we will write down in. In is a operator. Range. Range is a function which is going to run the loop from a range to a certain range. So it is going to run the loop from the starting range to the ending range. You can also provide, based on your choice, you can also provide the increment or decrement value. By default, the value is going to be incremented by 1. So we can also mention the increment or decrement operator here. So you can see that here the values are coming. If I will mention here 10, you will see that the value is going to be incremented 1 by 1, 2 by 2 values. It will be increased. I'm coming to the next. So this is how the for loop we are working. Now, if somebody is asking that, can we come to the backward direction? Means if we want to print the loop in reverse order, is it possible? It is also possible. How we will do that? We will mention, suppose I am mentioning here the fast range as A. Means whatever value user has given here, it will start from that value and it will go up to 0, and I am decrementing the value by 1. This is also possible. I am decrementing the value by 1. So in this case, you will see that the value is going to be printed in reverse order. I am giving you the range here. I am giving here 10. You will see that 10, 9, 8, 7, like this way, the value is going to be printed to 1. Why 1? Again, the same concept, that the last value the loop will always exclude. In this case, I have given here 0. That means the 0 will be excluded. So that is how simple the for loop is. Remember the syntax: for, then one variable, then in is an operator, then range is a function, and here we have to provide the starting value, comma, we will provide the ending value, comma, and we will write the decrement or increment value based on our choice, and we will give colon. Inside the if we will give the colon, we will press enter. Automatically the indent it will take, and it will think that whatever you are writing, that is coming inside the for loop. Now here also same thing. Suppose you want to write something outside of the loop, you just press backspace. It will come automatically outside of the loop. This is how the for loop is working. So I hope the concept of the for loop is clear and the syntax is also clear. Now I'll come to the next slide. Now I'll come to the while loop. So I'm just showing you the work of the while loop. Both of them are working to take you from a extent to a extent. So you can see that here we have used the while loop. Same thing we have used, but in case of while loop, what we have mentioned here, here we have taken one variable. The variable value we have assigned as 5, and we are giving here a condition. What is a condition? Condition is until and unless the count will be greater than 0, the loop is going to be continued. And we are just printing the count, and we are just decrementing the value of count. Here, don't be confused by seeing the statement that count minus equal to 1. This means count equal to count minus 1. Count equal to count minus 1. So what does this mean? This means that this count here, the count, this means it is the previous value of the count, and this count is the present value of the count. That means what is happening here? At first it will come here, will the value it will assign. So at first the value of count will become 5, then it will come here, then here while 5 greater than 0, here in this case 5 is definitely greater than 0. So based on the condition, the control will come inside the loop and it is going to be printed. It is going to print the first value, that is 5. Now here the value will be decremented and now the count value will become 4. And again the loop will check here the condition that 4 is greater than 0. Yes, it is greater than 0. It will come inside and again it is going to print the value and again decrement. In this way the value will go up to 1. You can see that 5 4 3 2 1 is printed. Then it will again check, again decrement the value and it will become now 0. It will come here while count is greater than 0. 0 is not greater than 0, so it will come out of the loop. This is how the loop is working. Now if you want that, no sir, I will also take 0, so take here equal to, because this is the relational operator. Let me tell you what are the different kind of relational operator. Let me take one. Let me come back and take one word file. Let me take one word file here, and in this word file I'm going to explain that what are the different uh, operators, relational operators. So relational operator is always checking the relation between two operands. It is always going to check the uh, relation between two operands. What are the relational operator? Greater than, less than, greater than, equal to. This is how we can give the greater than equal to in Python or in any programming language in computer, because we cannot write the operator like the mathematics. In mathematics we are writing, we are giving that equal to sign here, but here we cannot use it. Here we have to give first equal greater than, then equal to we will give. This is less than equal to, this is actually equal to, and exclamation mark and equal to, this is called as not equal to. So these all are the relational operators. So greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. These are few of the relational operators. So let me come back now to the program once again, and you will see that, you will notice here that if I will give here greater than equal to and I will run the program, you will see that the loop is running from 5 to 0, because I have written here greater than equal to 0. So this is how the while loop is working. Same thing in case of while loop. We have one starting range, we have one condition, and we have the decrement or increment. Here we have decremented the value, but we can increase the value also. Here also you can take one input, and based on that you can work with the while loop. This is how the while loop is simple. Now this is the while loop actually. Now let me again run this one. So while loop, you can see that condition will be there. While loop in Python execute a block of code as long as specified condition is true. I have shown you that one. Flexibility. Unlike the for loops, while loop allows more complex and open-ended looping conditions. Means suppose you want to run a loop for infinite time. So in that case, while loop is going to be very much helpful for us. So while loop is very flexible compared to the for loop, because for loop few foundations are there. We have to give the ending range. Suppose you are using a calculator, that calculator you are going to run for infinite time. In case of the for loop, it is little bit difficult, but you have to use the while loop. If you use the while loop, it will be very much easy for you. Coming to the next, nested loop. I will come to the nested loop later, but let me before that let me show you one more example, that we have last day we have understood that how we are using the else condition with the if, but you will be shocked to see that we can use the else condition with the while loop as well. Until and unless this will work, it will run, and when it is not running, it will come to the else condition and it will execute. So here what we have did, here one simple program I have written. What is a program? Here I have taken the password as blank. Next I have written while password not equal to I am fine, one input will be taken. Means it is happening in our computer or in our laptop, that it is repeatedly asking for the password until and unless I'm mentioning a correct password. So this is how it will work. And finally, when the loop will be when it will come out from the loop, it will execute this statement and it will come out of the loop. So I'll show you how it is working. I'm running this one, and it is asking for the password. At first, I'm giving a wrong password. I'm giving 123. Pressing enter, you will see that it is again asking because it is not equal to this one. The password, whatever I have entered here, it is not equal to this one. That's why it is again asking the password. So when it will match, then it will execute, then it will come out of this one and do this thing. So this is how it is working. I'm giving again the wrong password and pressing enter. You will see that the enter the password. It is again asking the password. So again, suppose I am giving here now the correct password. Let me just copy this password, whatever I have given, that I am fine. I underscore, I have to write it as it is, because until and unless I'm not writing it as it is going to show, ask the password for repeated time. This is how the while loop is convenient. In this case, if I could have used the for loop, then here I could have got some difficulties. So I'm running this one. You will see that now the loop is being executed and nothing, no work I have given here. It will come out of this, and here the last else part, I have written password accepted. Welcome to the world of programming. This is printed. This is how while loop is working. I have given here one condition. I have set the password earlier as blank. No password I have given. And until and unless it is becoming this one, the loop is going to run. At first, the value is here. It will come. The password value is blank. It will come here and it will check that blank is matching with this one or not. It is not matching, so it will come inside and print, just ask for the password. I have given some password, wrong password at first I have given, so it will match again. It is not running, it is not matching, so again it will run. This way the loop concept, the while loop is going on, and when the condition is executed, it will directly jump to the else condition and this line is going to be printed. This is how the while with the else is working. Now you just check that how with the for loop the else condition is working. You can see that here I have taken the for I in range 3. We have already did this one earlier. We have taken here earlier 5. Now here we have taken 3 and we are printing the value of I. Let me run this one. So in this case, what will happen? At first, the value of 0 will be printed because I have not mentioned the starting value. So 0 will be printed, then 1 will be printed, then 2 will be printed. As soon as it is getting the value 3, it will come out of the loop and it will directly jump to the else condition and this line is going to be printed. This is how the for loop is simple and the while loop is also simple. So I hope all of you have understood. Then too, if you are having any doubt anytime, you can you are feel free to write in the comment box so that we will check it and we will give you the reply. So I'll come to the next nested loop, but before going to the nested loop, let me show you the PPT first. What is nested loop? Loop inside another loop. When we are writing a loop inside another loop, it will be called as nested loop. So I am coming to the nested loop example. It's also very simple. You can see that here we have taken one value called one variable called I. One loop we have used for I in range 3. That means what is going to be happen here? The loop will start from 0 and it will go up to 3. So at first the value of I will become 0 and it will come inside, and here we will see that for j in range 3. So j in range 3 means the loop will come here and j will also start from 0 and it will go up to 3. So what is happening at first, and we are going to print here the value of I and the value of j. Don't be confused by looking towards this one. This is called this is f. This is called as actually f string. So what is f string actually? What is happening here? Here actually the value of I is printed as it is because it is under double quotation, and the value of the j is also printed. I is also printed, I colon is printed, j colon is also printed. This is called as formatted string actually. In case of formatted string, what is happening, we can keep we can print both the numeric value as well as the string together. How we have printed, you can see that if we have to use, once we are using f, system will think that we are using the formatted string. Now after if we have given double quotation, and we have taken here double quotation and I colon, here the value of I is going to be printed in this case. So how we have separated a string with a value, we have separated the string with a value by giving this curly bracket. This curly bracket is separating the string with the value. So whatever you will write inside this curly bracket, system will think that it is carrying some value and it will just going to print the value. Now again comma, and here we have separated this value with this second thing. Here what we have printed, j colon, so j colon will also be printed, and we have printed the value of j here. So I hope you have understood. In this case, what is happening, at first the value of I is 0, it is coming inside. The value of j is also 0, it is coming here, and the value of I is printed as 0, the value of j is printed as 0. Now j's value will go up to 3. Until and unless the value of j is becoming 3, it will not come out of the loop. So the value of I will remain 0 and the value of j will now increase to 1. You will see that the value of I is being printed as 0 and the value of j is printed as 1. Now again the value of j will increase and it will become 2. And in this case the value of I is 0 and j is 2. Now the value of j will increase and it will become 3. Once it is becoming 3, it will come out of the loop and it will directly jump here. Now the value of I will increase. Now the previous value of I was 0. Now the value of I will become 1. So, and it will come inside here and it is going to be printed again from 0 to 3. So you can see that I1, J0, I1, J1, I1, J2. So after that, again the value of I will increase and it will become 2. So similar thing will happen, and finally the value of I will become 3 and it will come out, the control will come out from the loop. So it's very simple. One loop inside another loop will be called as nested loop. For several reasons we can use that for different purposes. Like suppose you want to check whether whether a value is divided by two different values or not, we can check it by using the nested loop. Same thing we are using here, nested loop will while loop. Very simple, you can see, like the for loop. We are having one starting value of I, and we have given one condition here. Until and unless the value of I will become less than equal to 3, the loop will go on and it will come inside, and the value of j will become 1. So the loop will continue. It's very simple. See, at first the value of I is 1, j is also 1, i's value is 1, j is 2, i's value is 1, j is 3. As we have given less than equal to 3, so it is taking 3 also. So this is the way the loop will carry on. And you can see that this loop, this while loop, just notice this while loop. Here the while loop, here we have given the condition, j's value we have started here, we have given here one condition, here we have printed the value, and here we have incremented the value. You can see that the increment or decrement, whatever we are writing inside the while loop. And this increment we have written outside of this while loop because this is the increment or decrement of this while loop. This is how simple the while loop is. You can take the screenshot if you want. You can run this program and you can implement it in different programs. So I'm just giving you some time. You can just check. You can just take the screenshot for this one as well as for this one. Now we will come to the two more keywords, that is break and continue. How break and continue statement is working in the for loop. So break means once it is getting the keyword called break, without looking towards any other condition, it will directly come out from the loop. It will directly come out of the loop. Here what is happening? The for loop we are running the for loop, and we are running it from 0 to 5. Now you can see that we have given one condition. If I is becoming 3, break. Then we are printing the value of I. So what is happening here? What is happening here? At first the value of I will become 0. It will come inside. I is not equal to 3. So it will jump to this one and print the value of I. So at first 0 will be printed. Next the value of I will become 1. It will come here inside, and it will come here inside. It will check whether the value of I is equal to 3 or not. Right now the value of I is 1. It will check whether the value of I is equal to 3 or not. It is not 3. It will come here and print the value of 1. Again it will check the value of I will become 2 now. It will check 2 equal to 3 or not. It's not equal to. So it's again jumping here and printing the value 2. Again the value of I will increase and it will become 3. It will come here and check that 3 equal to 3. Yes, it is equal to 3. So it will come inside and get the your keyword called break. Once it is getting the keyword called break, it will directly come out of the loop. This is how the break syntax is working. Once we are see here, the loop is supposed to run from 0 to 5, but we have used one condition, and we have said that when the value of I will become 3, you will come out of the loop. We have written here break. So that is why the control is coming out of the loop after running it up to 3. Coming to the next, continue. How continue will work? The reverse of the break. Means if it is getting the keyword called continue, it will continue. So you can see that in this case what is happening for I in range 5, if I equal to 3, it will continue. So at first, and this is the default value, which means the values of I which is being printed. So at first the value of I will become 0. It will come here I equal to 3. No, it will print the value of 0. Again it will see that the value of I is equal to 1. I will become 1. 1 equal to 3. No, it will come out and print. Again the value of I will become 2. 2 equal to 3. No, it will come here and print 2. Then the value of I will become 3. So 3 equal to 3. Yes, it will come inside and continue. Means this statement in that time will not be executed. So continue means in this case 3 will not be printed. Again the control will come here. The value of I will become 4. It will check 4 equal to 4. No, it will come here and print the value of 4. And finally the value of I will become 5. And once it is becoming 5, it will not be executed because 5 is the last range. So it will come out of the loop. This is how we can work with the break and continue statement of the loop. So I hope the concept of the loop is a little bit clear now. So the picture is also clear. Now we can combine different loops together. We can take different loops and walk together. We can walk with the loop and the data structure together. That we are going to learn later. We are going to learn different kind of loops. We are going loops with different kind of data structure like list, like your list and your what I can say, the dictionaries. That all we are going to learn later on. So loop is loop with the break, continue. Already I have said that how the loop is working with break and continue. So loop can also work with the string as well. We will do the string operations also by taking the loop. We are going to print the string operation like the loop state, like the normal list. After learning the list, we will do different kind of work like that. So this is how the loop is working. You have to now practice. Now what are the advantages of loop? You can see that readability, modularity, flexibility and efficiency. So this is how the loop in Python is working. So I hope all of you got the concept. I'm again just giving you a quick recap Loop is what? Loop is a syntax by which the control is running from a condition, from a range to a certain range based on some certain condition. Now, what are the different kinds of loop? For loop we have, and while loop we have. So the syntax of the for loop and while loop I have already explained. What are the advantages of while loop? That also been explained. That while loop is very much flexible compared to the while loop is very much convenient and flexible compared to the for loop. Nested loop means one loop inside another loop. And we have also seen different kind of programs which I have shown you here in the through the Google Colab. So I hope you have understood. Now you have to practice, and we will come with the new videos in the next session. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.